You can use 24-hour time or military time.
I really can't stand it. I can stand it, but I just hate trying to comprehend it.
I like 24-hour time.
Is that what you use on your phone?
Sometimes I do. It's easier because you don't have to worry about AM or PM.
True. We're broadcasting, by the way.
Okay.
Just wanted to let you know.
Putting it on link right now, buddy. Links out.
Sweet. The message has been sent.
Just you and I watching now, so you more people come in.
They'll be coming here. I'm still trying to get to the main control room for the live feed.
Oh, yeah? Stay tuned for pregame, Nick.
Nick Davies is in the chat?
Yeah.
What's Dallas's record versus the Royals?
I got it right here. Well, I start the pregame show in 3, 2, and 1. Welcome to Kauffman Stadium, the virtual 10-6 Kansas City Royals versus 500, 8-8 Chicago White Sox. Royals, it's been a hard time lately. They've dropped 4 out of 5. They'd won their first 4 series of the year, but dropped 3 of 4 in Toronto and dropped the game last night 13-3 at the hand of the White Sox. They're a little bit banged up. Tim Anderson's hurt. Jose Abreu hurt himself last night. Battle of lefties here at Kauffman Stadium, the virtual Kauffman Stadium. Mike Montgomery's off to a pretty good start for the Royals, 2-1 with a 3.94 against new addition for the White Sox, Dallas Keuchel, 0-1 with a 4.76. Against the Royals, lifetime, Dallas Keuchel's 4-1 with a 2.61. 9 games started. Of course, he was in Houston for such a long time, but does have a fantastic beard. Mike Montgomery hasn't played against Dallas Keuchel very often. 0-1 with the 4.15. No starts in his career against the White Sox. Last year, Dallas Keuchel 8-8 with a 3.75 and 19 starts for the Braves. Yep, let's see. The Royals last night was 5 home runs for the White Sox. Ball was going out of the yard with Salvador Perez, the only home run for the Kansas City Royals. By the way, we checked the All-Star voting here in simulation baseball. And Adalberto Mondesi was second in the American League among shortstops. And Sal Perez second amongst catchers behind Gary Sanchez. So see if they can make some movement on that. That's Kramer Sansone, Crane Dog, the broadcast with me. I'm Jay Binkley. Welcome to the broadcast. Lineup for the White Sox brought to you by Perel. Wash your hands. In center field, Larry Garcia for Chicago. At third base, Yoan Moncada, that was actually tearing it up at 500 average against Jake Junis. Mm-hmm. And James McCann will be batting third today, playing in the outfield today, or in the infield for Chicago because of all the injuries they've had. Eloy Jimenez in left field batting fourth for the White Sox. And we have batting sixth is Edwin Encarnacion, who's leading the White Sox in average home runs and RBI. Edwin Encarnacion hit a monster 461-foot shot, part of those 5 home runs by the White Sox last night. The catcher tonight, Yasmani Grandal, will be catching in right field Nomar Mazara. And at second base, Danny Mendick, that hit home run as well. For the Kansas City Royals, the lineup tonight, presented by the 435 Podcast Network, available at 610sports.com. Leading off, the red-hot Whit Merrifield in center field. At shortstop, Adalberto Mondesi, speaking of red-hot. In right field, Hunter Dozier, batting third. Batting fourth, the DH, Jorge Soler, the Royals leader in home runs this year with 5. Batting 5th, the catcher Sal Perez with 4 home runs this year, one behind Jorge Soler. The third baseman today batting 6th, Maikel Franco. At first base, it's Boom Boom McBroom that's red hot. 3 multi-RBI home runs for him so far this season. Left fielder Alex Gordon. And then batting 9th is Nikki Lopez at second base. The Royals 10-6 in the AL Central, but it's starting to tighten up. The Royals had that comfortable lead. The Indians half game back at 10-7. The Indians are right there. In the White Sox, with that win last night over the Royals, moved to 8-8, just 2 games back from the boys in blue. The Twins now 8-9, 2.5 games back. And the Tigers 6-9, 3.5 games back. So between the division leader and the Tigers, 3.5 games separate. The Royals have had control of this division all the way through. But the White Sox, with that win last night, tightens things up.
Yeah, the last 5 games for the Royals hasn't been something to, I guess, want to throw out there. Them playing
except
red hot
Saturday,
baseball.
the bats
Saturday,
just haven't come alive.
That's the only win they've had in those past 5 games. This is the time you touched up Dallas Keuchel earlier on this year, so I feel like they can at least get back to that chance. Hopefully the bats come alive. I mean, they came alive a little bit yesterday. It's just they're still hitting home runs for the Chicago. It's like I don't think some of those balls haven't landed yet.
It was 5 home runs for the White Sox last night, and they were not just easy shots. They were multi 400-footers. Juan Moncada hit a home run. Mendick hit a home run. Eloy Jimenez hit a home run for the White Sox as well. And, of course, Edwin Encarnacion. As far as the Royals, where they're hitting, we mentioned Adalberto Mondesi, red hot, and Whit Merrifield. Mondi is 8th in the American League, 2nd at shortstop in All-Star voting, 8th in American League in average. Whit is 11th. Sal Perez, 14th. And Jorge Soler, 22nd for the boys in blue. Royals were hoping to change things up once they got back from Toronto. That was a series of pitching like Tanner Roark and Trent Thompson, looking so good against the Royals. And last night, Lucas Giolito was hard to touch up. And keep in mind, the Royals have played the White Sox now 4 times. The Royals victorious in 2 of them. The White Sox victorious in 2 is the opening series of the year. The Royals took 2 out of 3 from Chicago. As far as the batting averages are concerned, the White Sox come in hitting .276, but an ERA of 6.51. The Royals, their averages dropped. Their average was over 300 going into the last weekend, but it's at .283 as a team. ERA 4.85. We saw the debut of Chris Bubic, who's the 6th best prospect in this game. He was called up to be a lefty out of the bullpen for the virtual Mike Matheny last night. And, of course, we'll see Brady Singer making his 3rd start of the year tomorrow.
Yeah, as Bubic came in yesterday, he's got 4 strikeouts to log. Yes, he gave up a home run, his 2nd batter he's faced in his entire career in the Major League level. He's got that home run out of the way, so he doesn't have to worry about that anymore. He just has to go in there, start dealing, keep on dealing, and hopefully he can help the Royals out of that pen.
It's good night, 50 degrees in Kansas City. Kramer and I begin the broadcast now. Welcome, everybody that's chiming in. Once again, we appreciate it.
Yes, we do. The overcast. Oh yeah, things are going.
What's up, Cream Dog?
Nothing much, Bink. Just getting some Royals baseball going. Can't wait for it to start.
Man, I've been looking forward to this game. I'm getting wrapped up in the simulation league, you know.
It's like it's practically become a normal thing. It feels normal now.
Royals 6th series of the year. They beat the White Sox, Detroit, Seattle, and the Tigers. They won those series, lost to the Blue Jays, 3 out of 4.
Make some noise here at Kauffman Stadium as the Royals take the field. I still like the Royals. There's 10-6, the nice little baby powder blues out. They're sporting in today's game.
Well, it's a little bit unusual. They wear these during the evening.
Which is very. I mean, it's strange, but I mean, I'll go with it. I like it. I like a little bit of shake-up.
Is this supposed to be an afternoon game? I think it was.
It might have been.
They wear them only in the afternoon. We've been playing the game.
7:05 start.
Yeah.
Supposed to be 7:05.
That's what the game does. But the Royals have had good luck wearing the powder blues.
Yes, they do.
Larry Garcia leads off for the White Sox, hitting .288 this season. He'll face Mike Montgomery. Montgomery 2-1 in 16 innings pitched this year with a 3.94 ERA. And the Royals, because the Indians won earlier today, are now in second place.
Yes, they need to. What Montgomery's going to need to do is jump ahead in the count this entire game. Already did that on the first pitch of the game. Just keep on pounding the strike zone, and I feel like the Royals can go away with a W in this game.
42 degrees according to the game, 50 by our count. But no, I checked the advance today, and the Royals were still in first place. So the White Sox,
which is always good,
got their win earlier. There's Detroit 2-1 over Cleveland.
Appreciate you, Dirty Sean, Nick Davies, and Zach Johnson for chiming in the chat and joining us for this broadcast.
So winning not a luxury, but a necessity for the Royals at this point. If you consider this early of the season, Mike Montgomery touched up there by Larry Garcia. Alex Gordon will get that. He'll fire it in. Larry Garcia at second base.
Now a double happened. That's okay. It's the first batter of the game. There's 27 outs to work with and 27 outs to, of course, take the lead at any point in given time.
It's been slow starts for the Royals, and they've generally won them.
Usually, the first 10 games of the season, they were hitting the ball, getting a run off in the first inning. Just as of late, it just hasn't been following their cup of tea in the first inning.
First inning's not been kind to the boys in blue. Royals going with the light blue, the powder blue tonight, because it's trying to shake that 4 out of 5 game losing streak they're on. Well, that's not a streak, but they've lost 4 out of 5.
It is bark at the park tonight.
That's right. Did you bring your dog?
I did not.
Danny Mendick starting tonight for the White Sox.
From what indications show that the lineup we presented is something that has been changed because he's
again as Franco. He'll go over to
the 2-hole
for the first out of the inning. Danny Mendick battling for that White Sox second base job this year and gets it.
Take a look at that starting lineup. Makata is now batting third.
You remember Sadie's batting eighth, made his major league debut last night. You got a hit off Chris Bubich. It was battle of major league debuts.
Yes, it is.
And the guy in red is not behind home plate once again.
Oh, right back to Montgomery.
He fires that one. Up with the velocity on that throw to first. Boom, boom. I mean, he chucked that ball. There was a no-doubter.
The sidearm action throwing right at him. I thought at first base, you don't appreciate those.
Here comes Edwin Encarnacion. Top 10 in the American League in hitting. Leads the White Sox in home runs with 6, RBI, and batting average. He holds the triple crown for the Southsiders. Yeah, someone's already disliked it. It's their first one.
Look out, 21.
Like Fillmore behind home plate tonight.
As Eloy Jimenez is out in left field yesterday, Luis Roberto in left field for the White Sox tonight, batting 7th.
Count is 2-1.
Tomorrow's Jackie Robinson Day. Well, everybody's going to wear 42.
30 Sean, his wife has left him in the garage to work out. He's out there drinking beer. Beer and baseball.
Beer and baseball is a great combination.
The best.
The count is full, 3-2.
Full count here for Mike Montgomery. Off to a pretty good start for the boys in blue.
There you go. What you need.
Gets that K. The leadoff double does no damage for the White Sox.
See, that's the thing. Royals they give up that first hit of the game, and then they just mow him down. And we saw that with Junis last night. He was in trouble the first 2 innings. Was able to have at least 3 solid innings after that, and then things turned over to the bullpen. And we all know what happens when that happens. But that's what you see with the starting pitching. There's like a trend of they might get in trouble a little bit early, but they'll come back and adapt.
Kind of adapt. Here's Dallas Keuchel making his 4th start of the year for the White Sox. 0-1 with a 4.76 for the new acquisition. He, along with Gio Gonzalez, Yasmani Grandal, Edwin Encarnacion, new additions. And they get Carlos Rodon back from Tommy John and Michael Kopech. Whit Merrifield stands in, 11th in the American League in batting average.
There's Mercedes at first base tonight.
Where's our radar gun?
Well, it'll pop up in a second, Bink. Gotta give it some time. There's only been one pitch in the game for the Royals.
And Witt, once again, Witt leads off with a hit like he normally does.
Witt's hitting. He's extended his hit streak to 6 games.
6-game hitting streak for Witt. Here comes the red-hot Adalberto Mondesi, the red-hot switch hitting Adalberto Mondesi.
His 10-game hit streak ended in Toronto, but now he's picking where he left off.
The bats didn't make it through customs. Adalberto Mondesi will swing at the first pitch.
He's sporting a 5-game hitting streak. Just the top of the order for the Royals.
Second RBI were the Royals.
Pitch outside, step action.
Yeah, they're worried about Witt. Witt and Mondi.
That's something I'd be worried about, too.
Tearing up the base pass this year.
Another slide step to the
80-mile-an-hour changeup for Dallas.
Yeah, see the miles per hour is up there, B.
There it is.
Gotta be patient with it.
I don't have much patience, Kramer.
Nick Davies, hello, hello.
What's up, Nick Davies? And Keuchel will fire that one back to first.
He's really nervous about Witt on first.
Yeah. Worried about this aggressive style of Mike Matheny.
Let's see what another one.
We'll check Witt again.
As Jose Abreu is not in lineup in action tonight because of back stiffness from swinging the bat last night.
Mercedes actually a catcher for the White Sox playing first tonight because Abreu his back stiffness last night had to lead the game. And they'll check Witt once again.
He's a back-to-back.
Yeah, Mercedes has a quick little swipe for a catcher.
Pretty sure his second position is first base, so you can see that multiple times with catchers.
Better McCann playing short.
Turn
And Mercedes will go to second there. McCann will just hold it. That is a liability for the White Sox at shortstop.
The White Sox have 3 catchers playing currently, one at first base, one at shortstop, one behind the dish. So that's going to come back to haunt. You already know it.
Here comes a stolen base.
Oh, you got to think.
Dallas has a quick move to first, but you know Monty's been stealing every time he's on first. Take that one in a strike.
Another slide step. A lot of slide step action from Keuchel.
Dozier 2 for 9 lifetime against Dallas. What if this counts what they did regular season last time? I guess they would. To the
1-1.
what? Normal career stats, what they did the first time go.
Yep, they do that. Yep.
Does it add to it?
Tracks everything. Another slide step.
Outside.
This pitch is when Mondesi's in right for second.
If he's 87 miles an hour, you can steal on that. I'm surprised he's not using more velocity here.
Hey, G-Man's back.
Check Monty again at first. Mondesi's been getting to first base into doubles.
Oh, you can easily win on that.
Dozier will foul that one off. 2-2 count.
Everything is awesome. Lego Movie's pretty good.
We got 3 balls.
Full count now here on Dozier.
Now, since there's only one out, do you think Mondesi will take off for second on this?
I do.
I think he should have already been taken off for second.
I do. And it hasn't even been close when he's stealing bases. Like normal.
He's going, runner.
There he goes.
The ball's just up
And
the center.
Dozier will hit that one fly out. Larry Garcia on that catch. Yeah, Monty was going.
Yeah, he was. And I feel like he's going to end up going as well. There's your Royals lineup once again.
Jorge Soler leads the Royals in RBI and a home run this year. Hip, hip.
Jorge.
Hip, hip.
Jorge. It's weird to see Royals players batting the 2s and a couple in the 1s. Batting average.
Oh, Dirty Sean's going to hook this up to his TV. Let's go to YouTube TV and you can watch it.
Center field.
Jorge Soler gets a hit. Try to keep Monty at second here. They will.
Got 2 ducks on the pond for Salvi coming up.
Don't forget about the home run chip game. You get 2 per game.
Oh, smoke.
Kramer's got 3 on the year. 2. Boy,
You all
Soler
never
just
know.
drilled that one. Bark at the Park night at the K.
So, like, dog, you know what here? Hopefully the White Sox play like that.
Ball, that's inside.
Your only hope.
Perez will take that one at 89.
Terrence is watching this at work. Don't tell anybody. We're not telling anyone unless you tell
Secret
somebody.
safe.
Appreciate you watching. Real question is, where do you work at? If I'm even allowed to ask that.
Yeah. Let's keep it silent. Don't need snitches in here. Someone will snitch on him. Sal Perez takes that one for a 79-mile changeup from Dallas Keuchel.
1 and 2.
2 men on for the Royals, looking to get the early lead against the White Sox. 17 pitches here for Dallas. Still worried about Monty. He will still third in the heartbeat.
He did that yesterday, last night.
Leads the league in stolen bases at third. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning for the South Side. Just a little bit of work for Dallas Keuchel in that inning.
Yeah, that's
But nothing to show for it for the Royals.
They had a couple hits, one by Witt and one by Soler, but still trying to. They've been working that pitch count, which is good. You see 5 batters already by the Royals. Now we're going to see more coming up later on.
Yasmani Grandal, a newcomer.
Leading off for the White Sox.
Hit 298 this year.
Yasmani.
12 for 35 in his last 10 games. Hitting well. Comes over from the Brewers this year. It's new acquisitions for Renneria. Swing and a miss there.
He pinched hit last night, or pinch ran. It was either one of the 2. 0 for 1.
Battle of lefties tonight.
Ball, that's down.
That's a weird miss by Salvi. Ball just went right through his
Hey,
glove.
you don't need to. No one's on base.
That's true. Hit off his knee guard.
Hey,
You know that didn't feel good.
No. He's always getting hit. Grandal pop up to Salvador Perez. Catcher on catcher there.
So far from last night, the Royals have started off 100% times better. Defensive alignment.
Defensive alignment for the Royals. 3rd in AL for fielding percentage this year.
It's good. At some point, it will be first in the AL.
That's right.
James McCann batting.
Hasn't played a ton this year, but hitting 357. Montgomery goes with his changeup. McCann hit a home run last night to left field.
Taking his time, Montgomery is.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Changeup again. 1-1 count. No, Goldman, we don't do pitching changes. It's all up to Virtual Athene. We set the rotation, long relief, middle relief, closers and stuff, but we don't
touch that.
hands up.
We don't touch any of that stuff.
And McCann
That might drop.
will pop out right in front of Whit Merrifield. McCann continues to hit against the Royals.
Batting 7. The left fielder.
I think
Louis
it jammed, right? I didn't see how close that was. I think it came off that the color part, the color changing of the bat. We got Luis for Robert.
Didn't have an average yet this year. Newcomer form. You know, anybody in their 80s is new.
Yeah, it's true.
Talking the 70s
88.
last night. The White Sox had 3 starters wearing 70s.
Why is where all the middle numbers? I know they haven't retired that many numbers in Chicago.
fires that one in for a strike. It's 77 miles an hour.
The numbers they have retired is 2, 3, 4, 9, 11, 14, 16, and 19.
There you go.
Most recent one was
Ball
14
three.
by Paul Konerko.
3 balls.
I was there for Konerko's last game. Little ceremony for him out there.
I'm pretty sure I was at that game as well. That was a while back. Oh,
Hey,
eats up
Nikki
Lopez.
Lopez boot that one. Straight up to Whit Merrifield. The White Sox will have a man on second and third.
He's safe.
Oh,
Some
Lopez.
more aggression there. Louis Roberts.
Batting eighth.
First one usually get hit.
The first baseman.
First major league hit. So, just like we saw last night with Luis Mercedes, that ball will go to the Chicago dugout.
Now, this is the thing. They would have had him out at second if Lopez did not cut it off. But Lopez was in the way to Mondesi, but he ended up cutting it off anyways. They could have got the out at second.
Could have. They cut it off. It was a first major league hit there last night. The guy at the plate, Luis Mercedes, who saw his first major league hit.
I wonder if they're going to show it all at the second
White
base.
Sox have been decimated by injuries, but they've been hitting the ball well.
Mercedes is batting.
Fires in at 78 miles an hour.
The count, 0-2.
I'm trying to get my lineup right. My scorecard over here. Batting 400 off the last night. That's probably going to score one. They'll throw to first.
From Mondi to McBroom. White Sox get one. The White Sox on the board here first time.
Batting ninth. The right fielder, number 15, Adam Engel.
Adam Ingles and right instead of Nomar Mazara.
Last minute changes by Renneria.
Ball.
One doesn't can do last minute changes.
Count 1-0.
Every time. Montgomery working that changeup and curveball tonight. And Gordon underneath that one. For out number 3, but the White Sox get one. Lead the Royals 1-0 here in the second.
Michael Franco, hopefully he can get off his little his funk he's been in.
Michael.
Slowly but surely coming out of it. Got a hit there in Toronto.
Yeah, a couple hits in Toronto.
Trying to get that average back to 200. He'll take that one for a strike. No grilled cheeses today, Kramer.
Oh, you didn't? Irish is in us. Hi, guys. Watching
Hey,
with
guys.
friends. Watching with friends.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
All your friends, we appreciate it. You do pinch hitters. Yes, we do. Occasionally, Matheny sometimes will do pinch runners.
Yeah.
But Kramer and I will. We put McBroom in the other night on his birthday.
And he struck out, which we probably shouldn't have. You should have just left him on the bench. But, I mean, he hit a home run a few nights later.
Sal Perez went 442 last night. Encarnacion went 461. So 6 home runs hit. It's windy outside lately. 0-2 count here on Franco. And Dallas Keuchel gets the swing and miss
It's
on Maikel Franco.
a strikeout's never good to have, but at least if you go down swing, it looks like you've tried. Rather than if you strike out,
It's
look.
better than just watching it.
Yeah, exactly. That's just my mindset through it. You at least attempted, and it just happened that you didn't connect.
Here comes Ryan Boom Boom McBroom battling with Rhino Ahern for the first base job. They're the top 2 leading hitters and home run hitters in Surprise Arizona this year. But Boo Boo McBroom, 3 home runs on the year, including a 446-foot shot in Detroit. O'Hearn got the start last night. McBroom will get the start tonight against the lefty.
McBroom's last start was in Toronto on Sunday.
McBroom hits lefties well. In 328 pace last year in AAA for the Yankees. 282 and 75 plate appearances for the Royals.
I say, don't let that 279 batting average come into this game fool you. McBroom can hit. He can. If he squares one up, it's going to probably hit I-70.
He can hit. Take that one, 2-2 count.
Got some really good vision, too. He's tried to check swing 2 of his pitches. The first pitch thrown to him.
I like McBroom.
I do, too. He's a good hitter, good defender. My hands are looking real rough today.
Yeah, it's because you're wearing them out, washing them.
Do that lotion in my bag. I'll get that in between innings. Got to stay moisturized.
I remember at the All-Star game in 2015, we were going down an escalator, and Dallas Keuchel was coming up on him. Wachowski was talking about him, about his beard.
How long was that conversation, do you think?
Not very long. It was however long you're on an escalator. When you're going down, they're going up.
He
acknowledged it and smiled.
I'd be like, so how do you keep up with this? You got to think, it probably takes him roughly 15 minutes every day to, oil it, probably comb it a little bit. Do what you need to do. I don't know. What do you do with your beard? Because I can't grow one.
I've got beard oil. It's got to be foul.
Just almost.
Full count once again here from McBroom. Dallas Keuchel up to 32 pitches here in a second. And McBroom will take his base on balls.
Good. That's a good.
So runner on and 1 out here.
Good at bat there for McBroom.
The left fielder, Alex.
Here comes Alex Gordon.
Gordon.
Need Alex Gordon. He's started off red hot for the Royals this year. Things have cooled down for Alex. So Kramer gets his lotion. And we have a phone line for the post-game call-in show as well. There's Slugger. Commandeer Jason Kett's phone line. Give that number out in the 8th. Slugger gets the fans fired up. 27,000 in attendance last night.
Good showing.
I wonder how many dogs will be here tonight. I'm guessing 300.
What's the typical number of dogs?
300 to 400 dogs.
See, I've never been to.
Oh, Bark at the Park. Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of dogs. A lot of dogs. A lot of people bring their dogs.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, what if your dog likes to fight, and all of a sudden you can't watch the game because your dog's fighting with another dog, or your dog takes a dump, or they put them out there in left field.
Here's the thing.
They usually have pools with the dogs before the game.
I'm guessing it's free to get your dogs in. Where they sit?
They sit with you.
Like on your lap?
I don't know. Or in front of you or whatever.
Because usually when they have Bark at the Park, it's like in between.
Well, they have several of them because it's so popular. People like their dog, bring their dogs.
But usually when it's hot, you bring a dog panting on your lap the entire time. Yeah, it's not my cup of tea.
Alex Gordon will strike out there.
You know where I'm getting.
I one time went around and did a video. It's on 610 Sports. I took everybody at 610 and found a dog that looked like them.
Nice.
Every person there was a dog. They really resembled them.
I try to watch those games on TV. With my allergies, I'd be sneezing the entire time.
Yeah. This left field, that's where our trailer is. Gay Day Left Field. 610 pregame shows out there, and that's where the dogs meet.
So they all meet up at 1.
Yeah, they just go out there and they sniff each other and everything before the game. You know how it goes. Can't make the play there. That's the inning. Yeah, there's all sorts of dogs out there. Poodles, bulldogs, labs, a lot of dogs.
Leading off for the White Sox, the center fielder, Leori Garcia.
Garcia got that double. Got that leadoff double against Montgomery in the first.
Nope, at the ball.
It's another one of those pitches that just hit the ground.
33 seconds.
I was like, eh.
Yeah, I just let it go. He's been trapped.
I'm pretty sure that ball hit the dirt and bounced up and then hit the bat foul. I'm going to watch the delayed replay on that. I'm
I think
pretty sure
Davies is going to bring his dog and let his dog sit with Vern.
Outside, that's a ball.
Vern likes dogs.
Vern does like dogs.
Vern has a dog. I don't know if Vern's never brought his dog, but he should. Vern should always bring his dog. Participate with everybody else.
Swing and a strike.
2 strikes.
It's either a strike. I mean, it looked like a strike anyways. I think that it just was ruled a strike.
No, we don't mess with the weather, Terrence. Sometimes we do. If it's going to rain,
Yeah, if it's
we'll
going
have
to
the
rain.
game have some rain.
Like, it's overcast today, so
Did you set it?
yeah, I said it's
You
overcast.
said it's overcast today, so.
Just try to make it as lifelike as possible.
Like, we played rain in Chicago because it was raining, so we played in rain. We can't do anything on day games or night games. We can't do overcast. Cleveland with the win earlier. First time this year, though. On top of the Royals, but the Royals are just right there as far as games back. I mean, 16 games played. The Cleveland Indians played 18.
Yeah, if the Royals win, they'll still reclaim first place. It's because they're tied.
Get it right back. Cleveland winning earlier today. Danny Mendick hit a home run last night.
If you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications, and don't forget to like this lovely video.
We got our first thumbs down tonight.
You know, one like, I mean, if you like this video, that means you think the Royals are going to win.
That's right.
You should like them all the time.
Royals came into the series, the best record in the American League. Lopez will fire that over to the room
He's out.
for 2.
Now batting, third baseman.
41 pitches
Go on.
now for Montgomery.
Moncada.
It's kind of high, but it's kind of like that
Yeah,
minimal
it's
point.
manageable.
If you average about 15 pitches per inning, it makes sense. It's in order. It's in line of at least going 5-6 innings.
And we got a new long reliever, Chris Bubich. She used quite a bit last night. Wonder if Dini will go with him or Jorge Lopez.
Which I was shocked when he did that.
Yeah, you need the lefty out of the bullpen for that long relief. That's why Chris came up.
Ball 1.
And a curveball at 77 miles an hour for Montgomery. Moncada really tore up Junis, hitting 500 off of him last night. That'll drop in right field as Dozier picks it up and will fire it to second.
I prefer that type of Moncada rather than hitting a home run,
The designated hitter.
because he hit a towering one off the foul pole in the first inning yesterday.
I think Davies.
He's voicing his opinion. We do encourage opinions.
Encarnacion, who's done everything for the White Sox this year. And I mean everything.
Pretty sure he cooks the team dinners.
Checks the cheese temperature. Drives them to the ballpark. Make sure they're all in their room at night.
I know if I would, if I was captain. I mean, I wouldn't say he's the captain of the team, but
He does everything. Pretty sure he sets the lineup as well. So he has those changes.
he is a threat to hit a home run. It doesn't matter who's pitching, which is scary.
He crushed one last night, 461 feet to dead center.
It landed on the grass before the jumbo screen wall, which is
Talk about ice
very
cream.
impressive. Very impressive hit. I remember when Trout put one in the fountains near that area.
I remember the next day they went out and measured it with the weight. It was a 4 StatCast. So the Royals went out and were like hip waders.
Was it like 476?
Yeah, it was the second longest. The Bo still has him.
How long was Bo's?
It's like 472.
Ball 3.
I remember when Brandon Moss hit one that almost hit that over in right field.
Brandon Moss crushed one. He had a couple in the wild card game when he was with the A's.
Yeah.
3-1 count here on Encarnacion.
No, he's safe.
Throw with the first. Lurie Garcia,
Bo Jackson was 475 feet.
475. That's 3 feet off. They used to not use StatCast. They used to have like a
I got
a
3.
diagram of like the stadium where it landed. This would be kind of a guesstimate. But StatCast, they'll give it to you right there. If you go to Baseball Savant when you're watching the games, You get the distance right like that. That's what they use now. And Edwin Encarnacion will hit that one out to Alex Gordon. And Mondi will throw it home, and throws offline. And the White Sox will be up 2-0 here on the boys in blue.
I'm actually kind of shocked they had. Who scored on that?
Larry Garcia.
Larry Garcia.
2-0 here, White Sox.
No, Makata scored on that.
Oh, yes, right. One Makata is. 50 pitches now for Montgomery.
That's a ball.
White Sox get an early lead again. Last night it was 4-0. They quickly became 4-3 before the White Sox turned on the Jets and beat the Royals 13-3. Royals winning 2 out of 3 in the opening series against the White Sox this year. Thanks for the kind words, Ray. One-two count here on Grandal, new addition to the White Sox. This is the game that would have been at the K tonight. Hunter Dozier should be underneath that one for the third out of the inning.
Just one coming across, which is A-okay, because you know the Royals can come back because at the top of the order is brewing.
Merrifield and Mondesi are red hot. Matter of fact, next game they'll put fire by them, meaning they're always a threat to hit and a threat to steal. This is the aggressive part of this lineup. Which, when it's 2-0, it's manageable. You can still manufacture runs. Indians putting the heat on the Royals in the division. So are the White Sox. The White Sox sit just 2 games back. Rough start for the White Sox, but they've kind of turned things around to even their record at 500 at 8-8. And Keuchel fire that one and change up at 79 miles an hour.
Thank you all for...
Ray likes it.
Yeah, thank you, Ray.
Thanks, Ray.
We're trying to bring as much normalcy as we can in these troubling times.
Make sure to grab yourself a cold Miller Lite from our friends at Miller Lite. Brought the beer, the sign.
So it's on the
Miller Lite.
right side.
There we go. And of course, if you want to have these wine things are cool, like tubes.
Yeah, it's you either freeze them,
wine coolers,
cool.
KCWineco.com.
And you can eat them like the little push pops that are frozen that you eat when you were a kid.
And we don't have any Red Delicious apples, but you'll hear from them.
Yes, you will whenever there's a pitching change or whenever Bing feels like it.
We'll pop this one up.
It's shallow.
That
was
almost dropped. Whoa, Larry Garcia.
He caught that one.
I mean, that was. It's right in the web. That won't be challenged. Well, I thought it was going to be an easy grab. That turned into a tough grab for Larry Garcia.
That was impressive. You gotta say when it is impressive. That was an impressive.
I like to say the White Sox defense is brought to you by Deffenbaugh.
But they're not on that time.
Yeah.
Ball.
Look at Monty, the last 8 games.
They're just tearing up.
Adalberto Mondesi, red hot. With power as well. He's got a couple home runs this year.
Had one in Detroit, had one in Toronto.
Power from the right, power from the left.
Don't forget, we can play the chip game. If you don't know the chip game, it's pretty much you call the home run. You get 2 per game. Just home runs, nothing else, just home runs.
2-1 count here. Monty's still with the advantage. Oh, Monty's been good at laying down the bunts this year.
He laid down
he's so fast he can get the first base before they even get there.
He laid down one in Toronto and beat it out, which, I mean, you got to expect him to beat it out with his speed.
We got a full count. 3-2.
3-2 count here. Hunter Dozier waits on deck. 1 away. And Bondi will foul that one off, bringing this to a full count. Adalberto Mondesi played 102 games last year before getting hurt. And Mondi will hit that one right up the middle. We didn't see a stolen base earlier.
I bet we'll see it now.
I bet we see it now.
That extends his hitting
Jinx,
streak.
you owe me a Coke, Kramer.
Well, that extended his hitting streak to 6 games now.
That's right. Good job, Craig Dog. Craig Dog is always on top of things.
I try to be big.
Former baseball player at Northwest Missouri State. Kramer Sansone. Next week, Kramer and I will be on the air during this time on Thursday and Friday night, live during the NFL draft.
Which I cannot wait for that.
Cannot wait for that.
Hopefully you all tune in and listen, but sadly there will be no live stream of us doing this on Thursday.
Check out my mock 7.0 available at 610sports.com. Been putting out one a week for the last 7 weeks. Keuchel's worried about Mondesi. 1-0 count here. You can see Mondesi going. Hey, Dozier, take that one for strike.
That was a healthy cut by Dozier.
2-0 White Sox.
The Matheny porn stash.
I love it.
You're getting different t-shirts of that.
I love it. This is what Matheny wants with the Royals pitchers. That slide step.
Yep.
Does not want pitching from the window. Wants with the stretch, the slide step.
Yeah, I like it.
It's better throws to first base.
Better throws to first base, and you're also, it gives you that sense of you're quicker to the catcher.
No, he's in there.
So in case that runner decides to throw, like say if you have a speedy person like Mondesi on base, but like say it's some other person on the team.
Limit the stolen bases. And that'll be popped up to right field. 2 away. So he stays at first.
Couple of flyouts now. As you got to think, he flew out the center last time, flew out the right field now. Hunter Dozier's going to get hit this game.
He's getting the flyouts that he likes to get. Here comes Jorge Soler. Hip, hip.
Jorge.
Hip, hip.
Jorge. I'm going to slap my chip down on Jorge Soler right here, Binkley.
All right. And it'll be a pitch out for the White Sox.
They're paying way too much attention on Mondesi.
Think about this. Randall, a few words for Dallas Keuchel. Dallas has done a good job of holding base runners.
He has.
That lefties have to sit there. It's hard to steal sometimes on good lefties. Quickly to first base.
It is, I agree. Zach Johnson's put the chip down.
1-1 count. And he'll chop that one.
Is McCann going to get the ball over there, though?
He does. And that'll end the inning as we move to the fourth. 2-0 White Sox.
This is a good question by Terrence. So what are the biggest needs for the Royals come this trade deadline, if there's any? Or like, what's the position that you think that they might need to go after the most?
They're pretty set with the positional players, and the starting rotation is going to be fine. Could be 4 guys called up this year. And I'm thinking bullpen.
If anything,
the bullpen to me, because Ian Kennedy can be traded. Like eventually, in Rosenthal, they can slide him to closer at this place. But I think in the bullpen at this point. I mean, catcher, they're deep in the minor league systems. Still kind of need that first baseman. Miguel Franco's fine at third base. Shortstop's fine at Mondesi. They like Lopez, but it could be some competition. Second base.
Maybe a backup infielder, maybe possibly.
Or in the outfield, because you're out. You know, your backup outfielders are Phillips and Starling. You know, get some pop out there.
At least get a person that can hit a little better. I'm not saying that Brett and Bubba can hit. I'm just saying a better person that's more notable than that is sent out there.
And McCann will hit that one again. He had a home run, 2 right there, and he'll get a ground rule double. McCann is just hitting the ball well against the Royals.
It's the thought that him playing shortstop's kind of
one of 3 catchers being utilized by the White Sox tonight.
Now Zach says he agrees with the bullpen help in simulation and real life.
Chris Bubich, Jorge Lopez in the bullpen for the Royals. Lefty and a righty. Luis Robert got his major league first hit on that double in the second inning.
It was nice to see him get his first major league hit. It's always
not
good.
Really.
I know it's always good to see people get their first major league hit.
Yeah, I could have gone without it.
But it's over. Now they can strike him out the rest of the night. And that one is
he sails this one. Wow, welcome to the show. Luis Robert hits a home run and does a double. His first major league home run as well. 107 off the bat.
He tattooed that.
400 feet. We have not seen a home run with that exit velocity this season. Wow. That was quickly parked into the bullpen. Well, they'll get that one back.
Oh, yeah, it's all right. The White Sox bullpen, I'd hope they get
Look
it
how
back.
fast this leaves the bat. I mean, that is just gone. 107.1 off the bat. Didn't go very far, but it got there quick. And they'll give him the silent treatment. Look, they're giving him the silent treatment in the White Sox dugout. Here they come. Royals did the same thing to McBroom earlier this year.
Yes, they did.
So we got the silent treatment on his first major league home run. 4-0 White Sox now.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Royals.
German Mercedes.
Royals are...
Could be in trouble here in the AL Central. Still early.
Oh, that's way early. We're in the fourth inning, Big. It's 4-0. At this point in time of the game yesterday, it was 4-3. So, 4-1 actually. The Royals actually scored 3 in the fourth inning, or 2 in the fourth inning. So you got to think the Royals can battle back from this. I'm not too worried.
One ball, one strike.
Luis, the number 2 prospect.
For the White Sox.
Yeah.
What's Mercedes, if you can tell that real quick?
I lost my.
Yeah,
Look that one up.
gotcha.
He hit 32 home runs, Luis Robert did in the minors last year. 3 teams he played for. A-ball, AA, and AAA for the White Sox. 8, and then 16 home runs at AAA. So 8 at each level, then 16 at AAA. He can hit.
Maybe some good talent, I guess, coming up from
Like
Chicago.
number
I want to see
15.
here.
Adam Engel.
Adam Engel steps in for the White Sox. He flew out in the second. Aaron Mercedes has been in the league since 2011, but got his debut for the White Sox this year.
Luis Robert can hit,
One,
man.
count.
32 home runs last year in the minors.
Foul. The count is 1 and 2.
66 pitches for Montgomery here in the fourth.
G-Man says, walked out to the garage, and now we're down 4-0. Dang it. Hey, you missed a kid's first career home run.
Young slugger for the White Sox. Just what they needed.
And that's sent out to left field. That's going to probably
Sox had 5 home runs yesterday,
add another one to the... Oh,
and it's going to bounce. And now it's Gordon to catch it. Be a double.
guys are 3.
Hey, it's triple. Adam Engel gets triple. Nikki Lopez and Hunter Dozier, leaders
Garcia.
with 2 triples this year. But Adam Engel gets a triple there.
that almost went out, though. Like, that was pretty darn close. I thought it wasn't hit that top of the wall and bounce out.
Boy, the White Sox have been hitting the ball well in Kansas City. And Garcia will get that one fair. I'll score another one. 5-0 White Sox.
Be a double for him.
Lopez and Bubic still in the pen for the Royals.
You got to think it might be time to just get him out. He's
The second baseman, Danny.
gone 3 1/3. I want to see Bubic. See Bubic coming in.
Saw him last night.
Going with a lefty here. Bubic is coming in.
Back with the lefty. This pitching change brought to you by Red Delicious Apples. They're delicious.
And they're red.
Mike Montgomery. Off to a good start. 2-1 this year. 3.94 ERA. But short night for Mike Montgomery. Royals need to start getting some length out of these starters.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We were asked
your
again by Nick
attention,
Davies,
please.
are we sure that the walls
Now
not get
pitching
moved
for
in
the
at the
Royals.
K?
Number 50.
Here comes Chris Bubich again. Made his debut last night.
We did 1 and 2.
Luis Robert, MLB Top 100. He's number 3.
Oh, wow. Oh, by the way, G-Man, that's not the pitching coach. That's that's Mike Matheny with the mustache.
Yeah, they gave him a mustache this year.
You know, I like this. Put Bubich back in there after yesterday's game. I like this.
It was a rough start for him, but once he settled down, he got those 4 Ks. Number 6 prospect in this game. Royals number 6 prospect.
Inside, ball 2.
2-0 count here for Bubich.
He replied back, wow.
What's that?
He replied back with the wow G-Man did after we told him who that actually supposed to be is.
5-0 White Sox here in the 4th. And the Royals face an adversity, really, for the first time this year. And that'll be skied to Hunter Dozier for the second out.
Big in the second out of the inning. That's good. Just keep on getting the outs.
Now batting, the third baseman, Yohan Moncada.
Moncada, 1 for 2 on the night. Hopefully they can just keep him at that 1 hit.
He's been on fire this series.
He has been. Nice change it that came outside and worked its way back in with that pitch.
Oh, 2.
91 miles an hour on a 4-seamer for Perez.
Swung right through that was Moncada.
Heading this count 0-2. And the
1 ball,
inside
2
for
strikes
Perez.
the count.
It's nice to see Tim Anderson. I bet you anything, Tim Anderson was playing this game, he'd be at least hit every single night.
What was it, knee soreness?
Yes. Knee sprain.
I got the count 2 and 2.
So we're not seeing Tim Anderson this series. As Jose Abreu last night, hurt.
Back stiffness?
We might see him tomorrow. We might see Tim Anderson tomorrow,
3
actually.
balls, 2 strikes.
I don't know the way they're playing. Marines listening on CarPlay. Thank you, Marine.
I think Marine did that the other day, too.
Man, she likes to drive and
Listen to the game.
listen to the game. We appreciate that, Marine. You got to have dedication to listen to a simulated game. Bubich get his strikeout, his 5th on the season. Luis Robert, number 3 prospect in all of baseball. 32 home runs in the minors last year. Hits that one 107.1 off the bat. That was gone quickly. From Sal Perez. Sal Perez homered last night. His 4th of the year. All his home runs coming at the K.
Yep, all at the K. All pretty much been called by us, which they have been.
All 4 of them?
All 4 have been called. I've used them twice.
Dallas Keuchel's 60th pitch of the night.
Nope.
That's 60 pitches already for him in the 4th inning. At least you know the Royals are doing something. They're trying to work him, get him out of the game that way. But you got to also give him some hits.
I wonder if we'll see Kopech
That's
in
it.
100 mile an hour heat. And he'll take his time.
Man, I'm shocked that we have not seen any putouts by, well, at least
Your
most.
game frozen on?
No, it's every once in a while, like connection issues with laptops happen that way. But what we've seen is not many hits towards James McCann.
No. They didn't need to all go there.
It's
He will not turn 2.
that's a good thing. So at least you know you got to, if you have a runner on first base, hit it towards the right side of the infield, so you know if they're trying to turn 2, they got to throw it to James McCann covering the bag.
He will not turn 2.
1 and 1.
Godman says, hi, Marine. Good crowd out on the 9. A lot of people with their dogs at the park. Franco's still searching.
Yeah, Franco, leaves it way too up.
The first baseman, number 9, Ryan McBroom.
Here comes Boom Boom McBroom, the McBroomburger. 2 patties, pepper jack cheese, jalapenos, and sriracha.
Sriracha sauce on
Ketchup.
What's the difference between sauce and ketchup?
One's the sauce and one's the ketchup.
What's the difference between a sauce and a ketchup?
I don't know.
Aren't they the same?
No. I don't know.
I like more of a. Is the ketchup a thicker type substance then?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Sriracha sauce is different. It's more like a hot sauce type thing.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. Maybe YouTube cheddars will know the difference between sauce and ketchup. Seems to be the question of the night.
That's the question.
You guys have been on point, except for calling home runs.
That's very true. Boom Boom McBroom.
I got the count 1 and 2.
Walked earlier tonight.
I do want to continue to keep pointing this out. Every single time McBroom hits a home run, there's at least 2 people on base.
Yeah, always.
As always. So have
runners in scoring positions is the jam.
Yeah, exactly. Let's hopefully we get 2 runners on, and he bats later on this game, and he's going to hit a home run.
And he'll strike out there. That ends the inning. We go to the 5th. White Sox 5, Royals nothing. And the Royals have lost 4 out of 5 now after a hot start at 10-6. Lost 3 out of 4 in Toronto. Lose last night to the White Sox.
Edwin Encarnacion.
Barlow's warming up in the pen along with Jorge Lopez.
I'm liking Barlow a lot this year.
Barlow has been really good.
His first runs he gave up this year was last night. His ERA is still 150.
Encarnacion gets another hit for the White Sox. Leadoff man on once again.
Now batting, catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
He's
I'm
seen the ball well.
I was kind of shocked that went through the whole.
He's over 350 now for the year. Encarnacion.
I see it's turn 2. The speed on the base paths. There's none with Encarnacion. You got Yasmani Grandal, who's a catcher. Catchers aren't known for their speed, so it's like you don't really need to work. You can turn 2 easily.
The wave of pitching talent starting to arrive. We've seen Brady Singer, who starts tomorrow. Chris Bubic made their way up here. We haven't seen Jackson Cole or Daniel Lynch yet. They're still in the minors. And it's going to be fair. That should score another one. Leonard Dozier to the wall on that one. Fired it into Lopez.
No runs scored, though, which is good.
Kept them on 2nd and 3rd.
Now batting,
Encarnacion is not exactly a speedster on the base path.
McCann.
Oh, no. Not at all.
Boy, that just barely got fair. No outs here for the White Sox. And James McCann, red hot, 2 for 2 today. 7 for 16 so far in the season. He's only in 16 plate appearances, hitting .437 in that span.
Don't worry, my eyes deceive me. I thought it said 14 as well when I looked at it.
I did too.
Ball 1. Count 1 and 0.
Royals going lefty-lefty to be in this game. Montgomery, then Bubic. And McCann will lift that one. And he'll drop in front of Gordon. That'll score one. 6-0 White Sox here.
It's another hit from McCann.
No outs here in the fifth.
Luis.
McCann 3 for 3 tonight. Here comes Luis Robert. Smoked one 107 miles an hour. The number 3 prospect in all of baseball. He'll hit that one to Mondi. Mondi to Lopez. And safe at first. He was taken out on that play at second.
It wasn't his hard hit, his hard sliding plays. It's getting out of hand a little bit.
7-0 White Sox now. See Lopez. McCann's straight slide at the base, though. It was perfectly legal.
Yeah, no, it was, I guess. I don't know. Not a big fan of it, Pink. He could have at least...
Well, Lopez was airborne.
Yeah, which I don't like about. That's why I do not like.
Thank you.
All right, G-Man, we'll see you later as well.
Which fires over to first. Herman Mercedes making his debut last night. And another hit for the White Sox.
They are tearing the cover off the ball, Binkley.
Yes, they are.
To the fifth, though, there's still some time for the Royals to at least put a few runs in the next inning and keep inching it away. You just gotta think, get one here, get two the next, maybe get three the other, get another one, and at least inch your way back. It's possible.
Gonna add to our bullpen.
Nope, upstairs.
1 for 2. Adam Engel had that triple his last at bat.
That's ball 2. 2-0.
You all right, Binkley?
Oh,
Okay. Adam Engel batting 1 for 2. They get the ground out they need. There's one. Can he get the turn? I don't know about that one. He looked like he was out at first in my eyes.
Now batting.
I think he was out.
Leori Garcia.
Good. Almost a double play, but the runner Ingles safe at first.
2 away.
We appreciate those kind words, Dirty Sean.
And
a 1-0 count here for Chris. 23rd pitch on the night for him so far. And that'll drop for another hit. Whit Merrifield scoops that one up. 8-0 White Sox.
Now batting.
I think you got to get Bubic out of there.
Danny Mendez.
And they will.
Attention, please.
Here comes Jorge Lopez. This pitching change brought to you by Red Delicious Apples. They're delicious.
And they're red.
9th appearance so far for Jorge Lopez. 7.62 ERA. The Royals will go with a righty here.
Yeah, maybe it was maybe they should have probably went to a righty a little bit sooner and keeping the lefty out on the mound. I like the move to put Bubic in there and having back-to-back games of trying to get some work done. Probably should have went to the righty a little sooner.
Jorge Lopez gets that velocity in the mid-90s.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Knuckle curve there at 82.
Last 6 games, has 2 home runs from Mendick.
He's been hitting well since he earned that starting job for the White Sox. He'll pop that one out to Adalberto Mondesi.
That's what they need. Yeah,
And that'll be 3. Jorge Lopez gets the job done for the Royals, but the White Sox continue the onslaught. 8-0 here.
If you haven't done
14
so,
hits for the White Sox.
If you haven't done so, make sure you get those rally caps on. We need them. We need the rally caps right now. Even though it's in the 5th, we got to put them out. I'll put mine backwards as well, Binkley. And guess what's happening too? Heidi's popping up. I think it's a good time.
Heidi means good luck for the Royals.
I think it's a good time. We put the rally hats on. Now Heidi pops up. What more can we ask for? We got Alex Gordon leading off to Nikki Lopez and Whit. Pretty sure it's a good timing for the Royals to at least get the sticks going.
Cardinals will discuss what's going on here. It's not been a good series. The last 2 series have been rough for the Royals.
Leading up for the Royals,
Comes
the
Gordon.
fielder, Alex Gordon.
Yep, like what Dirty Sean said, like and subscribe. Make sure you turn on the notifications as well.
Alex Gordon will squeeze that bat again.
Ball.
Blow that bubble and take a ball. Keuchel now, 76 pitches.
So this is his 13th season in Kansas City. It seems like he was just called up yesterday.
Remember his first plate appearance. Bases were loaded.
Ball, that's in.
13 years ago, I was 10 years old, Mink.
Yes, you were, Kramer. Hey, Gordon will swing at that one. 2-1 count here. Keuchel's still behind. And Gordon will hit that right at Dallas Keuchel. 1 away.
It's just that kind of night so far. It's been that kind of night the past 2 nights.
The batter, number 1,
They're hitting it,
second baseman,
but it's going
He's
right
finding
to
the
a
hole.
person. It just
Final hole.
Lopez.
Here comes Nikki Lopez. Seen his average up and down. 191 this year, but 2 triples. 2 RBI triples.
0-1
For the 9-hitter.
Nope. Ball 1.
Dallas Keuchel, much more success than the first time he played against the boys in blue this year.
Jayhawk for life. Join the chat.
And Lopez will make the second out of the inning.
Justin Moore join the chat as well.
Now batting, center fielder.
R.I.P. Jim Fry, that's right. Manager for the Royals back in 1980. Won the American League. He's manager of the Royals in the World Series.
Aye.
And Keuchel will fall at that strike. But look at Whit Merrifield the last 5 games.
I forgot to do things. Bottom of the 5th, forgot to do a stat check. I'll do it in between. We'll go to the 6th. I'll do.
Kramer forgets again. There's not much stats to check.
Yeah, we'll keep it rolling.
1
So,
ball, 2 strikes.
anytime that thing pops up, I think people should drink the shut-off mode.
And Whit'll hit this one to Moncada
He's out.
over Mercedes for 2. Or is that 3?
That's the
It's
third.
3. Moncada will lead off the next inning. 8-0 White Sox.
That's what you gotta look at though. Now, don't
We
look
go
at
to the 6th.
don't look at the run aspect of it, the 8-0 on the runs. That's one of the big things you need to point out. But the 14 hits to 3 hits, that's the thing that's
Leading
the
off
killer.
18 hits last night.
Yeah,
The
it's
third baseman.
they're only 4 hits away from that, and where they're heading with 6.
Is Barlow and McCarthy in the pin for the Royals? Corey Lopez doesn't like that sign.
There still is time for that.
Now he agrees.
Ball.
Corey Lopez, 9th appearance this year for the Royals. Didn't like that sign. So Perez likes that one. The red hot